The gate closed behind her with a metallic echo that felt louder than the shout itself. Get out. Captain Elena Hart stood in the heat of the afternoon sun as two officers escorted her beyond the base perimeter. The air smelled of dust and fuel. Behind the fence, personnel watched in uneasy silence. No one spoke up, not yet. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you re-watching from. I love knowing who is listening. The incident had unfolded quickly inside the command building. A disagreement during a briefing, miscommunication, raised voices. In the tension, a senior official ordered her removal pending review. Rules were rules, authority was authority. Elena did not argue. She understood structure, she respected protocol. But walking alone past the guard post, she felt something heavier than embarrassment, uncertainty. Had she made a mistake? Had she missed something? She replayed the meeting in her mind with disciplined focus. She had proposed a revised coordination plan for an active overseas operation. The data supported her strategy. It reduced exposure risk by 30%, yet it challenged a traditional chain of command, and in institutions built on hierarchy, challenging tradition can feel like defiance. Outside the gate, she stopped under a lone shade structure and waited for her transport. The base resumed its routine as if nothing unusual had happened, but within 20 minutes the distant hum of rotor blades broke the afternoon calm. At first it blended with the wind, then it grew closer. Heads began turning near the entrance. Security personnel looked up. A helicopter approached from the horizon, descending with deliberate precision. Its markings identified it as a SEAL transport unit. The aircraft circled once before landing just outside the perimeter. Dust swirled across the pavement. Conversation stopped. Elena stood still observing. She did not move toward the aircraft. She did not signal for attention. She simply waited. The side door opened. A senior SEAL officer stepped out quickly, scanning the area. When his eyes found her, relief replaced urgency. He approached the gate and spoke briefly with security. Credentials were verified. Within moments, the gate reopened. The officer walked directly to Elena. Captain Hart, he said firmly, we need you. Around them, murmurs spread. Personnel who had witnessed her removal now watched the exchange carefully. Elena remained composed. What is the situation? The mission in Sector Delta encountered unexpected interference, he replied. Your coordination framework is the only one compatible with the field systems. Her plan, the one discussed earlier, the one that had caused disagreement. Moral tension surfaced quietly. She had been removed based on procedural concerns, yet the field operation now depended on her expertise. She considered the moment carefully. Pride could have surfaced, so could resentment. Instead, she asked one question: is the team safe? Not yet, he answered honestly. That was enough. She stepped forward without hesitation. Inside the operations center, screens displayed incomplete data streams and unstable communication channels. The SEAL unit in the field faced navigation challenges in rugged terrain. Without recalibration, extraction timing could fail. Elena moved to the terminal. Her credentials were reinstated under emergency protocol authorization. Fingers steady, she accessed the system. Her voice remained calm as she guided adjustments. She rerouted signal dependencies, optimized encryption layers, restored real-time synchronization between units. Outside the building, the helicopter's rotors continued turning, waiting. Within minutes, the field teams acknowledged improved signal clarity. Their position updates stabilized, coordination resumed, the crisis began to ease. The room, once tense, shifted into focused relief. The officer who had escorted her earlier now stood nearby. He watched her work with new understanding, not as someone dismissed, but as someone essential. When the operation completed successfully, confirmation arrived from the field. No casualties, objectives secured. Silence filled the room, not from shock but from reflection. The commanding authority who had ordered her removal entered shortly after receiving the update. His expression was measured. He surveyed the restored systems, the confirmed mission success, and then looked at Elena. There was no theatrics, no confrontation, just realization. We acted on partial information, he said carefully. Elena nodded once. Review is appropriate in any organization, sir. Her tone carried no accusation. Only professionalism. The helicopter outside prepared to depart. As it lifted into the sky, the base resumed normal activity. But something had changed in the atmosphere. Personnel had witnessed more than a dramatic arrival. They had seen competence under pressure. They had seen calm leadership in action. Elena did not require public acknowledgement. She did not seek reinstatement through spectacle. Her satisfaction came from the mission's success. Later, standing near the fence where she had been escorted out, she reflected quietly, authority can be questioned. Procedures can be revised, but capability speaks for itself when tested. Strength is not always measured by position, it is measured by performance, and integrity does not fade when challenged, it becomes clearer. The truth is simple true leadership is defined not by who stands inside the gate, but by who ensures everyone is safe beyond it. If this story resonated with you, share where you're watching from and tell us what leadership means to you. Subscribe to Cinematic Whispers for more powerful stories of resilience and character, and stay tuned for the next story that proves calm strength can change everything.